The impact of the taxi strike: matric learners are threatened at rank, and nearly 500,000 students are barred from attending Western Cape institutions. "We ordered you to remain home," a matric learner is informed at a taxi rank. "Return home and sleep." She is one of 456,020 students who were unable to travel to school on Monday due to the ongoing violent taxi strike in the Western Cape. A total of 17,449 employees were also unable to report to work. Equal Education has demanded an immediate resolution and for both parties to find common ground. "You cannot be absent this frequently, especially so close to your assessments and exams, according to my school. I meant to start writing on September 4th, how am I supposed to finish the syllabus when I've already been absent for 5 days?" Vanyoza wondered. Samora Marshall in Mitchell's Plain is a hotspot for taxi strike-related violence, and a City of Cape Town vehicle was kidnapped this morning. Working-class residents and students are stranded in Samora since the township's only exit is closed. Nwabisa Emily Vanyoza, 18, a grade 12 student at Livingstone High School in Claremont, was among the hopeful commuters who arrived at the Samora Marshall taxi station on Monday morning. Stone throwers yelled at Vanyoza, "We told you to stay at home. Return home and sleep." Vanyoza is upset that she has to miss school because she will be tested on crucial schoolwork in the upcoming preliminary exams. She has preliminary tests starting on September 4th and is concerned that she will not be able to keep up with the material. Schools and education have been badly impacted. Western Cape Minister of Education David Mania said in a statement made on Friday that 287,420 pupils had been unable to access their constitutional right to basic education because to the ongoing Santaco Western Cape minibus strike. According to the statement, 9,508 teachers were hindered from carrying out their given mission of educating children due to violence and absence across the province, most notably in the Metro Education District. The Santaco WC minibus taxi strike prevented 456,020 learners and 17,449 staff members from getting to school today, stated the statement. The Cape Town Metro Education Districts were the worst affected. 27 schools were forced to close today, and several other schools allowed students to leave early, if need be. Days of unrestrained violence. Vanyoza had been witnessing the savagery of the ongoing strike since Thursday. Due to the unexpected withdrawal of cabs, the existence of road barricades, and the paucity of alternative transportation, she and her classmates were forced to walk the lengthy distance from Claremont to Samora, as buses and private automobiles were allegedly attacked and burned by taxi industry members. "What irritates me is that we had to walk from school to our homes on Thursday. It is extremely dangerous, but we had no alternative due to a lack of transportation. I tried to go to school this morning, but we were chased away. It's extremely out of hand since we have to go to school, especially as grade 12s, Vanyoza explained. There had also been a vast circulation of information about schools being targeted and burned as part of the taxi strike, but Mania declared this information to be fake news, as no school had reported such incidents. There was a strong police presence at Borchards Quarry, Nyenga, after a car and buses were set alight. Photo Brenton Geach. Unfortunately, some schools had to forcefully close on Monday either due to protest activity in the community or because of unverified news causing parents to panic. Please, don't share fake news that you have not verified. Adding to the chaos is irresponsible and puts our learners at risk, said Mania. Principal A.M. Kruger of Pero Ho School said, "We are operating normal, everyone is here. I can't give further comments, that's all I can say," Kruger said. In a statement, Equal Education said that the strike is threatening learners' ability to access school safely. Although Mania had initially declared that schools would remain open despite the ongoing strike. The heightened violence by members of the taxi industry overnight on Sunday, which included shootings, and the burning of cars and infrastructure due to an unsuccessful meeting between Santoco and the Western Cape Government, WCG, was a clear indication that things will get worse as the day unfolded. As tensions between the Western Cape Government and Santoco grow, and with the strike continuing this week, many learners and their families living on the outskirts of Cape Town rely on public transport to get to and from school and are mostly affected, said the statement. Learners are either forced to make other plans to travel to school or to stay at home if the situation in their community is particularly tense, or if schools are closed as a result. Even learners who use private transport or walk to school may also be affected if violent attacks such as torching and stone throwing of vehicles continue. In an interview with Newsroom Africa on Monday, Western Cape said to Secretary Sibinjao Kwazi, spoke on the impact of the taxi strike on the education sector in the province. The situation is dire for us. It's not just the students, but also the professors, whose lives are under danger. As said to, it implies that we live in a divided society since the powers that be instructed that schools would not be closed, which means that it is safe for some to attend to school while it is unsafe for others, and sadly, those who are unable to access schools today are the poor, Kwazi explained. Longa High School and Peakview High School, for example, have reverted to online virtual learning. Communicating with their grade 12 students via WhatsApp group conversations, the schools exchange activities with students to keep them on track with the curriculum. In other news, the Golden Arrow Simonstown Depot is temporarily closed, and Fishhook High School head Steve Joubert has recommended parents to make other transportation arrangements to protect their children's safety. We recognize that many of our students may have difficulty getting to school due to the ongoing taxi strike and potentially related intimidation. We encourage parents to reach out to their children and consider having friends or a classmate sleep over for a few nights to help those who have transportation issues, Joubert added. One of the leaders of the Cape Organization for the Democratic Taxi Association, CODITA, Thembekile Andrew Quaid, issued a public letter confirming that the taxi strike that began on Wednesday, the 3rd of August 2023 will end on Wednesday, the 9th of August. Therefore, the taxis will begin operating on Thursday, the 10th of August 2023. This was not the first time this year that learning in the province had been hampered due to tensions between the provincial administration and Santoco, according to Equal Education statement. A taxi barricade stopped approximately 5,000 students from getting to school in February 2023. One of the leaders of the Cape Organization for the Democratic Taxi Association, CODITA, Thembekile Andrew Quaid,